Okay, we're back again. My name's Sam, and this is video number something, I think, 4 in setting up a digital Ocean Droplet with VS Code to edit files right on the droplet. And I wanted to show you, well, if you're using like Transmit or some SFTP client, that's great. If you're a cheapskate, I want to show you how to get files up and down with a SCP command. It's not as difficult as one might think. Actually, it's surprisingly simple. So some free information for you. Here we are. We're actually connected to a digital Ocean Droplet with VS Code, and I'm editing files right on the server. That's pretty cool. But what if we need to get some images up there? Let's talk about this. Let's go over to here. I have a couple images ready to go. I have images 1 and 2. By the way, I took these from Unsplash, so that's where they're from. And I want to get these up, this images folder up to this website here. And there isn't an images folder there. That's fine. What we're going to do is open this projects folder up in iTerm or in Terminal. By the way, you can just, if you have it down here, you can just drag it on there. And I'm going to increase the font size just a touch and cover the screen. There we go. Now I can list what's in here, and I see that I have images. And I have 2 images in there. If we list what's in images, then we have 1 JPEG, 2 JPEG. So SCP is the command that we want to use. And we just basically pick where we're going from and where we're going to. And since when you're coming from your local, there's no special considerations. You just type the path to what you want to send up. In this case, we want to send up the entire folder. We don't want to just send up one image. We're going to send up this images folder itself. Anytime you send up more than one thing in a folder, it's recursive. So you want to say -R for recursive. That's the only caveat, the only thing that maybe might not get remembered well. And I'm going to pick I'm already in here, so images folder. Otherwise, I might have to say, users, Atom, projects, images, same thing. So, but I'm already in this folder, so I can say I want to send up recursively the entire images folder, and I want to send it to the server. Now, I could go root at, and then I forget what the numbers are, like we said. But if you watch the previous videos, we set up a config, an SSH config, so that it's actually named and easy to remember. And it's called Adam's Lamp for Adam's Lamp Droplet, and then a colon. And then the path to where you want to send this. So remember that website is in var www.html. And that's where the images folder will end up. So let's go ahead and run this. And it will list out the images that it sent. So let's go back and look at VS Code. And we do have an images folder here with 1 image and 2 image. That's pretty cool. Now, what if we want to send up another image? Then I'm going to toss another one in here that I have over here, which 3 image. Well, we can just do the same thing again. We can either send up 1 image. Actually, let's try that. Let's just do 1 image first. So SCP, and then now it's not R because it's not recursive. We're just sending up 1 image, and we're going to say images, and it's 3. By the way, I used to see people do this all the time and try to figure out, like, how can they type so fast? If you just start typing and then press tab, it'll take its best guess at the file of the files that's in there. So that's how those people type so fast when they do this stuff. Now we'll send it to Adam's Lamp with a colon var www.html. And in this case, we want to tell it which folder to send it to because it is just one image that we're sending it up to. So click that. 3, let's see what the results are up here. Yep, it sent it. Now, what if, we tossed a bunch of images in here and we wanted to just make sure that they were all there? Well, that's fine. You can just send up the entire folder again. And it's not going to, like, imagine this, like if I wanted to, I'm going to delete, I don't want to lose anything. Let's say that 1 and 2 is out there, but locally I don't have, I don't have 1 anymore locally. I only have 3 and 2. Well, I might be worried about sending this folder up because I might be afraid that it's going to overwrite the entire images folder and get rid of that 1 image, and I don't want it to do that. Well, nothing to fear. This is kind of a non-destructive a non-destructive operation here. So again, now we are doing it recursively again, and we're sending the entire images folder up to Adam's lamp var www html. And since we're sending the folder, we don't want to tell it images up there because it'll put an images folder inside the images folder, and that's just a little too much recursion. Now, this is kind of gross. It did send up a DS store file. I don't know, maybe one drawback to this, but you can't see it in VS Code. Notice that it did not, even though I don't have that one image locally, it did not delete the images that were out there already. So you don't have to worry about losing anything. Now, if it bugs you that there's a DS store file out there that it's sent up, then you can always just open up terminal. So terminal, new window, and I'm going to say LL, and then let's CD into images, and we'll LL, and we can see that DS store. Let's clear and just say remove.ds and then tab. And then we can LL again, and it got rid of that file. Now if there was a bunch and there's nested and you don't like this, then definitely get a, like use transmit or something like that. But I did want to show you that it's actually pretty easy to get stuff up and down. In fact, I don't think we did down yet. Let's try that real quick and then we'll be done. So if I actually just want to get rid of my images folder entirely, let's go back to projects and let's go the other way. So remember how we were just going locally and just telling it which folder and which file locally? Well, we just reverse it. Adam's lamp and var www html, and we want the images folder. Now remember, we have to do this recursively. So, I don't have I'm in a new user on my Mac here. I don't have all my nice shortcuts. So recursively send down that folder to the folder that I'm in already. And it sends it down, and there you have it. We pulled down the entire folder full of images. So that's the other way. And again, likewise, you could do a single image as well. Like if you just went back here and said one.jpg and you wanted to pull it down in the images folder. Of course, this is going to be redundant. Let's, you know what, as long as we're doing it, let's get rid of that one and see if this works properly. Sure enough, it pulled it down from the server for us, just one file. So pretty simple. I thought it was worth sharing with you. Of course, it's easier to use something like FileZilla or Transmit or something like that. But in a pinch, SCP is pretty cool. All right. I'm not sure where we're going to go with this in the next, I think I might just keep rolling with these videos, but maybe we'll just get a craft site installed, which is going to be a little more involved. You know, being a root, like if I SSH out there, who am I? I'm a root user, but notice that all these files here are owned by root and they're in the root group. And the www data user is the user that Craft and WordPress uses to, like when you upload something through the control panel, that's the files that's who those files belong to. So this gets a little hairy. You really don't want to be using root anyway. So it's a little more involved to get CMS rolling, but maybe I'll do some more videos subsequently about getting that rolling too. So I hope you enjoyed this so far and learned something new, and thanks for watching.